Hi, my name is Jalen Hembry. I am in Professor Schwartz's English Composition 2 class. And for my analysis, I'll be doing Pokeberries by Ruth. So I'm going to start off my video analysis with me just reading the poem. It's not a long poem, so I'm just going to go ahead and read the whole thing. This is Pokeberries by Ruth. I started out in the Virginia mountains with my grandma's pansy bed and my Aunt Mad's dandelion wine. We lived on greens and back fat and biscuits. My Aunt Mad scrubbed right through the millennium. My daddy was a northerner who played drums and chewed tobacco and gambled. He married my mama on the rebound. Who would want an ignorant girl with red hair? They took a Pullman up to Indianapolis and someone stole my daddy's wallet. My whole life has been staying with Pokeberries. No man seemed right for me. I was awkward until I found a good wood-burning stove. There is no use asking what it means. With my first piece of ready cash, I bought my own place in Vermont. Neuroscene lamps, dirt road. I'm sticking here like a porcupine up a tree, like the one our neighbor shot. Its bones and skin hung there for 3 years in the orchard. No amount of knowledge can shake my grandma out of me, or my Aunt Maud, or my mama, who didn't just bite an apple with her big white teeth. She split it in two. So, as I read the story, I hope you guys can pick up on, it has a lot of adjectives, a lot of describing words. And I like to say that as she describes a porcupine in her tree. And so she describes herself as a porcupine stuck in a tree. You know how porcupines are stuck. But she also connects that to the point of the porcupine her neighbors would shoot, which goes on to show what she lived through as a child. I believe that this poem is a symbolic mode. It has a lot of symbolism in it. I choose the point of symbolism that sticks out the most to me is in the title. Actually, it mentions pokeberries. Pokeberries are a berry that when juices come out, it stains. It's a dark stain. So she goes on to say, she goes on to say, my whole life has been staying with pokeberries. No man seemed right for me. I was awkward until I found good wood-burning stove. She talks about pokeberries staining her life as pokeberries are staining her life, as in these are bad things for her, as she goes on to mention no man ever seemed right for her. She was awkward until she found that wood-burning stove. And so this poem also, it just has a lot of symbolism in it. And so she also goes on to loving her family. This goes on into the theme of the story. I believe the theme of this story is, not story, but this poem. I believe the theme of this poem is, it's okay to move around as long as you end up in a place where you feel comfortable. And it's seen in the story that she moves from Virginia mountains to Indianapolis and finally to Vermont, where she finally feels comfortable in her own home, wherever she moved to live, Vermont. And so in Vermont, she mentions how she's happy where she's at now, but you can't take her home out of her. And this is an example where she says, no amount of knowledge can shake my grandma out of me, or my Aunt Maud, or my mama, who didn't just bite an apple with her big white teeth. She split it into two. And you can find this in stanzas 21, 22, and 23. So that's it for my analysis. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.